So I, first of all, created the How I'm Working hashtag about a year ago. I saw one of my friends doing it on her team page and I was like, this is genius. So we started the How I'm Working hashtag on our team page and it has been amazing. And y'all are using it. It's not only a resource for consultants who are stuck or just trying to figure out what they need to be doing or get ideas, but it's also being used by all of you to contribute your ideas. And that is the point behind it. Because if I was the only one contributing with that hashtag, everyone would think that there's just one way to work, and it's the way I work. And the thing is, I've been doing this for 7 years in September. So I'm at a totally different place in my business than someone who is a new consultant or a lead or a star or a superstar or even directors. Because obvious reasons. I'm a superstar director. I make a lot more money than the other people. So it's just, you should not be working your business like a superstar director as far as what you're spending and those kind of things. It's so important to remember that people like me, when you see something that I post, for example, if I posted it yesterday, if I post this mail out and you can't afford to get a nice thank you card like this from Vistaprint, or you can't afford to spend $10 on Harry Potter stickers, that's okay, because this is something that I have not always been able to do. As a newer consultant, I would send this discontinued list, a dollar store thank you card, my story printed off on a piece of paper from Word, and a felt sample, or maybe even a rub and smell sticker, but just something to get a scent under their nose. So, which pile did this go in? Yeah, I got a pile of mail over here that I've got to send out today. So, the most important thing with budgeting is, first of all, knowing where your money's going. You need a separate account. You can use your Scentsy card if you want to. That's what I did for years. So, separate account is very, very important for a lot of reasons. It's important for tax purposes so that you can easily track where your money went and know what you need to write off and how to categorize things, and it's 10 times easier. So, but also you need to know if you are spending money on things that make sense or if you're wasting your money, and you're not going to know that unless you know where that money is going, where you're spending it. So you need to have a separate account. Like I said, I used my Scentsy card for years, probably, 4 years, maybe not that long, but anyway, something separate. And for me, I use the app called QuickBooks Self-Employed. So I have to have a bank account linked to that app for it to track my income and expenses and my mileage and everything. But if you just need to start somewhere. So whether you have a personal account that is separate from your actual personal account and you put your Scentsy money for your business into that, basically just spend money on Scentsy on your business out of one account only. Whatever that is, that's the only thing that needs to be coming out of that account. That way you can track your expenses. That way you can track your profits. That way you can see if what you're spending makes sense and you're not tapping into your personal money. That is so important. You don't need to be spending family money on Scentsy. You need to be spending Scentsy money on family. That is the point. But you have to remember you also have a business. So you have things that you're going to have to spend money on. For example, your PWS, it's $10 a month. You've got to have that. So we're going to talk about a lot of things here. I'm going to talk about a lot of categories. Ask questions if you want. I will answer them at the end. And so separate account. Also, plan ahead. You have to be 1 month ahead in your business at all times so that you can plan accordingly. For example, if we have Bring Back My Bar coming up, or if we're in a transition month, like right now, we're in a transition month. Last month in July, I was planning for transition month. Like, what extra things am I going to have to buy? What extra money do I need to budget and for what? Also, if you plan ahead and you know that you need to spend $50 or $100 on business supplies, you can know if you have product credit that you can use for that. You can know if you need to do a stock clean out sale and sell some of your stock that's just been sitting that you need to move and use that money to buy those business supplies. It allows you to plan accordingly for your business. Any business owner has to plan ahead. No business runs smoothly and correctly off of flying by the seat of your pants and having no systems in place and no planning in place. So plan ahead for your budgeting. You can, I have like a piece of fuzz on the tip of my nose. I think I finally got it. It's been sitting here driving me crazy. Be resourceful. So this is all things that I am speaking from experience on. So the ways that a lot of these things I still do in my business, but definitely the ways that I worked my business in the beginning as a newer consultant who was literally broke. On the verge of filing bankruptcy, we just didn't know it yet. I joined Scentsy to make extra money. Live stream is experiencing connection issues. Great! Let me know if y'all are, if it's fine. But anyway, so we were broke. I joined Scentsy on a credit card. I knew that if I just worked my business, I would make that $100 right back, and I did. I didn't hit Shooting Star because I didn't know about it, because I didn't read my consultant guide. We didn't have all these training videos. We didn't have all these resources. My sponsor didn't tell me about Shooting Star, none of that. So I didn't earn it, but I only didn't earn it by like $50. So that made me even more mad because I'm like, cool. Could have earned that kit and all that stuff. So anyway, I did end up earning Sensational Start level 2. So I got my crap together after that. But I knew that I was going to make $100 back quickly if I just had a party. So that's what I did. I had a launch party, earned my $100 back. But after that, I needed to make money. So first of all, I knew I needed to do 2,000 PRV a month, because it's a no-brainer. You get an extra bonus. Why would you not go for that when you have that opportunity? If you have the opportunity to make 30% commission instead of 20% or 25%, why would you not? So, I don't play small. I don't settle. I don't do things on a low scale. Like, I want the biggest everything, the best everything. I want to give 100% to everything I do. I've always been that way my entire life. That's who I am. So I'm going to go for 2,000 PRV. So I knew that was a $600 paycheck every month. And that is life-changing money. It is. It's life-changing money. I'm sure all of you agree. Especially in the situation we were in. I was a dental hygienist. My husband was in the Army. He was a sergeant, but the money was okay. Our mortgage was paid for because of the Army, but we lived paycheck to paycheck. We couldn't afford to do anything other than ride motorcycles. It was like the cheapest hobby we had. So we would do that. That was basically all we did. We couldn't vacation. We couldn't afford anything extra. If our dogs went to the vet, it had to go on a care credit card. We racked up credit card debt. Like, it was bad. So we needed that money, and it was paying bills. I was paying cell phone bills, and then I would pay a truck payment. So, I only had maybe $100 that I could put into my business. And then I started to build a team and so on and so on. Now I'm making 5 figures a month. So it's really insane how consistency and just sharing something you love every single day can absolutely change your life. But I have done a training too on 2,000 PRV a month. So it's on my YouTube channel. It was a past team call if you want to learn how to do 2,000 PRV a month, and you can check that out. But Be resourceful. Reuse what you can. Keep the ice pack Scentsy sends you. I keep those ice packs. I have a freezer full of them. We obviously use them as an ice pack if we need one, but also I send a lot of mail and packages and stuff because most of my customers are non-local. So I use those ice packs for that. It's something I don't have to purchase separately. I already have them because they're free. Keep the bubble wrap, the insulated bubble wrap. Keep the packing paper Scentsy sends you. That stuff comes in handy around Christmas time for me. Like when I am sending out, like doing little Christmas bundles and stuff like that, my customers love those. And usually I have to ship them, so they need a lot of padding. So I have like all that stuff saved if I want to use it from Scentsy. Keep your room spray and scent circle bags too. If y'all have ideas for these, leave them in the comments, but these are really good bags. They're really thick Ziploc bags that they will send your scent circles, your labels, like if you order labels or stickers from the consultant store, room sprays, car bars, I think, stuff like that comes in these bags. They are handy for a lot of things. You can use them in your, like, goodness gracious, you can use them in your bag parties for like keeping the testers separate or keeping the samples separate from the catalogs and order forms. You can put your catalogs and order forms in that and then put your testers in the bag. Like there's so much you can do with those. But if y'all have ideas, like things that you specifically use them for, drop them in the comments. I know a lot of people have said you don't have a printer or you don't have a computer. That is fine. You don't need a computer. You don't need a printer right away. I had one. I also had a laptop. I mean, we just had that already because we both went to college and, you know, we needed one anyway, so we already had one. If you don't, though, you can't sit in that and just say, well, I don't have a computer. Well, I don't have a printer, so I can't do yada, yada, yada. Like, you have got to look at the things you can do and focus on those things and make that a goal to be able to buy a printer. You know, you can buy a pretty cheap printer. You can buy a printer for under $100. If you sell 2,000 PRV, you've made $600. Take some of that and use it for a printer when it's smart, when it is smart for you to do so. And, you know, you can do you can do everything from your phone. You can do everything from your phone. You can even print from your phone nowadays. You can go to a library or a friend's house, or some of you may can even use your dang job to print things out. And if you get in trouble for that, I didn't recommend it. But there's so many ways around these things. And you just, like I said, you can't sit in that and just say, well, I can't be successful, because you can be successful. That is up to you to be successful. I want to tell you the most important things in your business, and it doesn't involve a computer or a printer. The most important things for your business is getting scents under noses, building relationships with your customers, and parties. Those are the things. And Scentsy Club. Those are the things. If you need to make labels, if you need to print, or if you need to ship things, we'll talk more about that. But like, all these things are available on your phone now. When I was a new consultant, even the first like 4 or 5 years of my business, there was a lot of things I couldn't do from my phone. I couldn't print shipping labels. I couldn't print Avery labels. Like, there was a lot of things I couldn't do. So I'm telling you, y'all have it made compared to people like me who joined 7 years ago plus. Totally different now than it used to be. And like, the stores have so much more things, like dollar stores and Target Dollar Spot and all that stuff. The choices were very limited when I was a newer consultant. I had like 2 tissue paper choices at the Dollar Tree, and it's just so much better now. I mean, it's amazing, the resources that we have now. How to earn product credits. So I talked a little bit in the beginning about using your product credits to buy your transition business supplies or bring back my bar sampler or whatever. Me personally, I used to always use product credit for business supplies when I needed it because I didn't really have that extra money to spend on multiple tester sets so that I could get multiple bag parties out. So what I did was I just made sure I consistently sponsored and helped my new recruits earn Shooting Star. Still do. That should always be the goal. 2 to 4 people a month that you're sponsoring, help those people earn Shooting Star. Give them the tools and resources and training that they need to earn Shooting Star. You get a $25 product credit every single time one of your frontline, which is your personally sponsored recruit, earns Shooting Star. So that adds up. You get that product credit the following month. So you can plan ahead for that. So say in July, I knew that transition month is coming up in August, and I could look at, okay, who do I have that has earned Shooting Star this month or is on track to earning Shooting Star? Okay, I have 2. That's going to give me $50 in product credit next month that I can use toward testers and catalogs. There you go. So I used to always use my product credit toward business supplies. I use it now toward LTOs, licensed items, things like that, anything that generates PRV, because that's giving me PRV that I'm not even paying for because it's product credit, and I'm getting paid commission on that PRV. So you can't use host credit for licensed items, but you can use product credit. You can also earn product credit through earning the Sensational Start Awards as a new consultant in your first 70 days. So, yes, Jennifer, focus on what you... Wait, where did your comment go? It disappeared. It disappeared. I think she said focus on what you... you can't focus on what you don't have. You have to focus on what you have. So, yeah. Very, very right. With your parties. So every time you close out a party, I have never, I don't spend money when I don't have to spend it. I will use my product credits, my half offs, all that stuff to get bulbs for my customers so that I can keep those on hand. I get things to sample out. I also sample out things that come in my whiff box. So you've got to be smart with how you're getting product to sample out or give us prizes or whatever you're doing with those, booking gifts, things like that. You've got to be smart with how you're getting those. You can use your host rewards for those things and still offer a host exclusive starter kit with every single party you close. All you need is a penny left over of host credit and you can offer that kit to someone. So you can use that host credit if you need things for your customers or if you need things for your Facebook parties, you know, to put on a display or to whatever you need to do. I personally do not keep much stock on hand at all. Like, I keep some bars and that's about it. The room sprays that come in my Scent of the Month kit or Warmer of the Month kit, that's about it. I never have kept a whole lot of stock. I don't need it. I just use my host credit to, first of all, offer a starter kit. I use it for bulbs, for my stock. I use it for scent circles because I send out a lot of scent circles as gifts. So I will send them out as thank you gifts to people who spend a certain amount. I will give them to anyone who refers a friend who orders from me. I send that person who referred their friend a scent circle with a handwritten note on it. And so I use a lot of those. So I do use host rewards for those. I do half offs usually with the 6-packs. And I can get 12 scent circles for $15. Yeah. And then Scent of the Month kit, Warmer of the Month kit. That is one of those things. So yes, it's an investment, but you have to look at what you are getting and how much money you can make back. So I have made a post about this before in the team page that you may want to look up because it's a lot more detailed. But it goes into what you're spending on that Scent of the Month and Warmer of the Month kit and how you can actually make a profit from it. So you can sell. What I do is I get that Warmer of the Month, I make a reel of it and I unbox it. I save that reel and take the pictures and everything like that. I do that and I have it to market the entire month. I sell that. I sell it, I offer it to my VIP customers or anyone who wants to pre-order that warmer because we get the Warmer of the Month and Scent of the Month before it ever comes out. So you already know who wants to pre-order that warmer. So somebody who wants to pre-order it, I'm going to sell them mine, and I'm going to give them a free bar of the scent of the month along with it. So that gets one scent of the month bar out. Yes, it's free, but they bought that warmer off of me cash, which paid for half at least of the warmer of the month subscription. The other bar, I'm going to take one bar to use for myself and be able to give my opinions on it, to be able to market it in my stories or on Facebook Live and give people my opinions. And then I'm going to take a bar and sample it out to all of my customers, and I'm going to do felt samples, which are the most affordable. We'll talk more about that, but I do that. The rest of the bars, they go into my stock, and I will either sell them out of my stock, or I will, give it away as a gift or booking incentive or whatever, or a host prize for them hosting a successful party, whatever you want to do with them. And then I use my rub and smell stickers, usually to just label my samples, and then I use those warmer of the month brochures to give out. If it still is hard for you to do that as an investment, then you can get a bar of the scent of the month on the first of the month. When you close out a party, get one bar of the scent of the month on the first, and if you want to get the warmer with your host credit or your half off, you could do that too. But at minimum, get the scent, because we are in the business of selling fragrance. So you need that scent of the month to market to your customers as, for one, a 10% off sale, but also trying to get new Scentsy Club subscribers. If you have someone who loves that scent, you need to get them in Scentsy Club. Boom, you've got a loyal customer who's ordering every single month, no question, or every 2 or 3 months. So at least get one bar of that with your host credit, and you can get the rub and smell stickers and the warmer of the month flyers through your workstation through a regular order. Put it on a party that you're closing with free shipping or discounted shipping, and then boom, there you go. You've got samples to give out to your customers and a new scent to get under their noses and market to them. So first of all, for making samples, I use a Wilton chocolate melter. You don't even have to invest in that right away. Use a warmer. Use a warmer that you already have and make your samples. You don't need to invest in all these things right away. You need to just work, start generating some income, do your 2,000 PRV a month, and start sponsoring, and then you're going to start to see your paychecks getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Then it's going to make more sense to purchase certain things. So I use felts from Amazon. They are, I have a business supplies list, an Amazon list, because I buy pretty much everything on Amazon. I have that in my link tree in the bio of my Facebook page and my Instagram, so you can go to that, go to my Scentsy favorites, and click on that, and then you'll see my whole list of things. And my felt circles that I use are in that. So basically they're 1.5 inch round felt circles, and they are $9, but you get 200 of them, and I cut them in half to make like half moon kind of shapes, and so you get 400 for $9. Or you can go to Walmart, pick up a felt sheet for 50 cents, cut it into little squares, and then you've got a ton of felt samples. Bags for samples, grab them at Walmart. They're like 100 or 200 for $1. I get mine from Amazon, but that's because I buy everything in bulk now. I used to couldn't afford to buy everything in bulk all at once. So go to the dollar store, go to Walmart, get the cheapest things you can. It doesn't matter what you spend on it. What matters is you're getting something under your customers' noses and you're showing them your product. And honestly, the more simple and affordable you keep it, the more replicatable your business is going to seem to people. It's going to be attractive because they're going to want to join you, because they're going to see how simple and easy that what you do is, and they're going to want to do that too. They can relate a lot more to that. Packaging orders. Dollar Tree will be your best friend. It was always my best friend. I used Dollar Tree tissue paper, and I used the bags from the consultant store. So used to, they would send the bags to us for free with our orders, like with warmer orders or whatever. But now you can add, I think it's 10 clear bags for $1 from the consultant store to any party you're closing or a consultant store order. So clear bags, put some tissue. I would put the clear bag right here. I would put the tissue, I'd lay the tissue over it, and then I would stick my products on top of that, and I would just pull it up over it. And so it was a clear bag, but it had the tissue inside, and it made it pretty. Tie some ribbon on it, put a thank you card, boom. Great customer service. They're gonna love it because it's pretty, and you can change it up for the different seasons. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, Target Dollar Spot, and then if you're doing bulk, Amazon is amazing. Let's see here. Follow-ups. So you must have a follow-up system. Most of you probably know Amy is amazing. It's called Sell with Amy on the App Store. It is so good. It's a great system for follow-up, but you need it linked to your workstation for it to actually be like efficient. So that is, somebody help me out. I don't know how much it is a month. $7 or $8 a month, I think. So if you need to start with a follow-up binder or something like that, start there. I started with a follow-up binder. It worked for me for a while until I realized that like I got to do something different, like when your customer base starts to get really big. But you can do, Cindy said it's $10 a month. I didn't think it was that much. I don't think it used to be that much. But anyway, if you can't invest in that right away, do a follow-up binder or have some kind of paper system. We have tons of systems in our group Google Drive in the announcements of this page. Find something to help you follow up with your customers, know exactly when to follow up with your customers, and something that is going to be, oh, okay, so Michelle said it's $7.99 if you do the yearly, but anyway, some kind of follow-up system. It doesn't have to cost you money every single month, but I do highly recommend Amy. It saves you tons of time. It helps you to see their order right in the app. It helps you to track your samples. It helps you to track your potential recruits, your Scentsy Club prospects. You can categorize your customers into people who love Disney, or people who love Marvel, or people who love Star Wars, or people who love buddies. People who are local. You can categorize your customers into local customers so that you can quickly contact them when you have a local order going in. It's a no-brainer for me because it does all those things. It's like everything in one. But start somewhere. It doesn't have to cost you money. A little follow-up binder doesn't cost you very much. You can look up Scentsy follow-up binder on YouTube and find videos and start there. Or a piece of paper, whatever. Customer communication. So sending out emails, sending out text alerts, those kind of things. There's an app called Hit 'em Up. I don't know how much it costs now. Do I still have Hit 'em Up? I've been wanting to re-implement Hit 'em Up for a couple of things. I thought I still had it. Oh, I do. Okay, so Hit 'em Up is, it has gone up for sure. It used to be way cheaper. So anyway, you can Google text alert apps or text alert systems and stuff like that. With your customer base not being just humongous, you can keep up with doing check-ins with your customers, like when something is available, like if you want to do a text to them personally and say, hey, this is available. You can do that for a while, but eventually you're going to have to do some kind of text alert system and email communication. Email communication does not have to cost. You can use the workstation and email your customers straight through the workstation. That's free. You can use MailChimp. That's free up to a certain amount of contacts. It's free. Just Google free email services. Google free, not free because you're not going to find any text services that are free, but Google text services, find the one that's most affordable, do the one that makes sense when you get to that point. But like I said, for a while you can keep up with personally checking in with your customers. Like I remember when I used to could check in with my customers and say, hey, we have this coming out, and it didn't take me that long. and I could pretty much text all of them and tell them. But you will get to a point where you can't do that. But anyway, so Google free email services so that you can communicate with your customers when there's an LTO coming out, or a warmer of the month, or a scent of the month, or whatever. Vizly, I use Vizly, Vizzlie. Cassidy just dropped it. Project Broadcast. Like, there's a lot of different ones, but you need to do the one that makes sense for your budget. And if you don't have that in your budget yet, just use emails that are completely free until you get to that point. Let's see. Sending random samples. This is a huge one. So I have moved 6 times since I started my business. Every time I move, I would, like post on Marketplace, post on what yard sale sites they would let me. I would just try my best to reach out to people and get new customers. So I would ask who wants a free sample, or who wants to try Scentsy, or whatever. The 2 most important things with this is, number 1, you need to track who you're sending samples to. I don't care if you use the Amy app. I don't care if you write it down on a piece of paper. Whatever you do, you need to know who you sent the sample to, and you need to have their contact info so that you can follow up with them. Because if you're just sending out samples, nobody's going to buy those. Nobody's going to come back to you and buy those. They're just not. You'll be lucky if one person does. So it's your job as the consultant to follow up. The fortune is always in the follow-up. So you need to have their information. You need to know how to get back in touch with them. And you also need to try and turn this. I just remembered I have a whole drink right here. You need to have, you need to be checking in with them and turning that sample into something. We don't just send out random samples for the heck of it. Like, that's pointless. That's not what a business does. We are blessed to be able to sample out our product, but you've got to turn it into something bigger. You've got to either try to, before you even send the sample, try to turn it into a bag party. That way, they can still try the samples, but they're generating you some income with that bag party and bringing you new contacts. So you can try and turn it into a bag party, track the samples, and follow up with them. Ask them how they liked them. Then try and get them to host. If they loved the sample, say, hey, would love to get you whatever is on your list for free and half off. Let's set up something for you. Here are your options. If they don't want to party and they don't want to if they don't want to party, then just try and turn them into a customer. Keep following up with them. Ask them for referrals. Ask them to refer a friend who would want some free stuff. Whatever you can do, just try to turn that person that you just took time out of your day and money out of your wallet to send them a sample, try and turn them into something. You got to make them work for your business somehow. But just be smart about what you're sending. Do not send all the thing. Don't send a full catalog and a big old fancy dish soap sample and a big old washer whip sample. Like, keep the samples and send them a product list. That's much cheaper. It's also cheaper to mail, way cheaper. Send them a felt sample. Send them a felt sample and send them your story. Print your story out on a piece of paper with a picture of you and your family. Send it to them, or get the join info from the workstation if you absolutely cannot possibly find a printer. And send them Scentsy Club and party information. Maybe do like one body sample. I get the body samples from the workstation, so from the consultant store. If I don't have to make it, I'm going to get it from the consultant store. Like, I'm going to get the body samples from there, pet samples, whatever I can find there, laundry, I'm going to get it. But where you're at in your business, it may be cheaper for you to make your own samples. So think about that too, as far as like body and laundry and stuff like that. But be smart about what you're sending people that you don't even know. Be smart about it, and then follow up with them. There are people out there who are sample whatever you want to call them. They just want all the samples and they don't want to buy anything or host or do anything. They just want to take advantage of you. So be mindful. You may find people like that. Just don't send them anymore. Rub and smell stickers. Yes, Cindy. Rub and smell stickers. Send them a dang sheet of rub and smell stickers. The ones that we have that I uploaded for y'all the other day. I'm out. But send them rub and smell stickers. Send them the new releases or send them the scent of the month in a rub and smell sticker. It's very little investment. They get to smell multiple scents. There you go. Perfect. For, let's see here. Trying to make sure I didn't skip anything. For mail. If you're sending out mail, send things that is thin. First of all, these clear mailers are very, very light. Like, they are much lighter and thinner than something like this. So they're lighter, they're thinner. You just have to make sure you don't put anything that's going to poke through it. But if you will keep these sample hoarders, I just flipped y'all off, sorry. Sample hoarders. Yes. There are sample hoarders in this world. You'll find out real quick who those people are. But keep these thin. This has a scent circle in it, so, but still, keep it thin, and it's going to cost you less postage. So, first of all, I gotta remember, wait, does that go in that pile? What pile did I get this from? There we go. I've got multiple piles over here. But if you're sending something as a package, it is best to, like, anything over a 1/4 inch, then use pirateship.com. Somebody type that in the comments, please. Pirateship.com. It's free. Not only is it free, it gives you discounts on your shipping. So instead of going to the post office and paying almost $9 to ship one of these, I can ship it from home for $8 flat. And these are free. Flat rate envelopes and flat rate boxes you can get from USPS.com, and they're free. They ship them to you for free. You don't pay anything for these. All you do is pay the shipping cost to mail it. Use pirateship.com. It's so good. Thank y'all for putting that in the comments. It's very user-friendly too, and it actually has a lot of good features. Like, it has a way to, like, see what you've spent on shipping that month and, like, where your money has gone and stuff like that. Like, it's crazy to me that it's still free, but it is such a good resource. I just get my shipping labels from Amazon. You can get them from Walmart, wherever, but of course I buy mine in bulk and ship them from home because I have a printer. You don't need a label printer. You don't need a shipping label printer. Nothing like that. You need a $10 scale from Amazon to weigh your postage, and you need, if you already have a printer, you need shipping labels. If you need to just go to the post office to ship your stuff for now because you can't buy a printer or you can't afford the shipping labels or you can't afford the scale, just go to the post office. But the thing is, you've got to think about how far is the post office, what are you spending? Yes, you can write off your mileage, so keep that in mind. What is your mileage that you're writing off? How much fuel are you paying for to drive there? And how much extra are you spending on postage by going to the post office versus sending it from home? You can also schedule a pickup on pirateship.com. Schedule a pickup, or if it'll fit in your mailbox, just put it in the mailbox. If you're shipping from home, put it in the mailbox, put the flag up, they'll get it. It doesn't matter if it's a package or if it's a letter like this, they'll pick it up. If it doesn't fit in your mailbox, you have to schedule a pickup. The pickup's free. They're already coming to your house. They'll pick it up for free. And I can't tell you the last time I went to a post office. It's been years. So I ship everything from home. Yes, what Michelle said. So this is a huge thing for me in my business now, especially where I'm at. It makes sense for me to save time by paying somebody to do it for me, or, I think a lot about time because time is money, like she said. It is something to budget in. She said it could save some money to make certain samples or make a flyer or insert activity that isn't necessarily income producing here, but make sure the time to make them is also worth it too. You really have to weigh that as a business owner. So, very glad she said that. Bag parties. So, don't think that you need to have some big fancy bag party at first. You can work your way up to that. If you just you can use your full set of testers, honestly, if you absolutely have to. I prefer to have a full set on hand at all times so that if anybody wants to smell them, come over and sniff them, they can. And then I'll have transition sets that I put into bag parties. So you can either do transition sets and split those transition sets up into multiple bag parties, or you can do felt samples as the testers and then just put in what you have, or you can do rub and smell sheets. Get a $1 pencil pouch from Dollar General. I used to do this. Get a $1 pencil pouch from Dollar General, put a rub and smell sticker sheet in it, put some catalogs, order forms, pin, slap in another sample or a scent circle or something if you have it. Boom. There you go. So, and then bags, like you don't need to go on Amazon and buy $20 bags. You can buy dollar store bags. You can buy insulated bags from Dollar Store or Walmart. You can buy pencil pouches. You can buy bikini bags, like the wet bags that you put your wet bikinis in. Those are really cool, and you can find those at like Five Below and Target Dollar Spot sometimes. It just depends. So you can do that. With your marketing, be smart with what you're spending on your marketing and how you're doing it. So for me, I print everything at home on cardstock. I make everything on Canva or Avery, and I use Avery labels. I print them out at home. I print out all of my signage on cardstock. So I have like my thank you cards I get from Vistaprint only when they're on sale or if I have a coupon code. That's the only time I get them on Vistaprint. You can also use Amazon prints, like Amazon Photos. You can print photos at Walgreens. You can print photos at Walmart. There's so many alternatives. You've just got to figure out what is cheapest and what makes sense. So yes, it's not going to be a card, but it's going to be a photo, and it doesn't matter. Like, this is still glossy. Might as well be a photo. And then I print off like any flyers I make or need to market just on cardstock, and I cut it. Or you can buy Avery postcards and print them off on those, and then you don't even have to cut it. Cutting these things is pretty time consuming, or it can be. Discontinued items, I just print 2 to a sheet on cardstock, cut it in half. Join info, again, make it on Canva. Put my story on the other side, but you can just print out your story with a picture of you and your family, which is what I used to do. Print it out on Word, put your join link or a QR code. QR codes are free. You can get them on qrcodemonkey.com. You can add them directly on Vistaprint. You can add them directly on Avery. They don't cost you anything. Add any QR code you want to. When they scan it, it takes them directly to whatever link you have linked them to. And then my Scentsy Club signage. There's also host and join brochures in the consultant store. Again, you can use product credit toward that. Whatever is going to cost you the least, you've got to figure that out. I don't know what is going to cost you the least or what is going to work for your budget. So that is where you come in as the business owner to figure out what makes sense. Felt sample. That has nothing to do with my signage, but let's see here. Also, fun fact for mail, you can you can order stamps on USPS.com. So before I started using like stamps.com, where I print all my stamps at home and I get a discount on those because I send a lot of mail, so it makes sense for me to do that. But before I started doing that, I would just order all of my like flat rate envelopes and boxes and stuff like that on USPS.com every single month. I order all of my supplies for the month on payday. Always have. Works out great. And then you know exactly where your money went and you're done. You don't have to keep ordering random things throughout the month. But I would just order my stamps when I ordered everything else on USPS.com. They don't charge you for shipping. They just ship it to you. So, I mean, or you can just go to the post office, or if you're at Target or Walmart, they sell stamps. Like if you're already going to get groceries, just pick up some stamps while you're there. But they have like the non-machinable stamps on USPS.com. They have the regular forever stamps. Whatever you need, it's all there in one place, and they don't charge you for shipping. So yes, you're going to be waiting on it, but if you're staying on top of your inventory every month, you know what you're about to run out of. Let's see here. Personal specials. So you should never be doing a personal special that involves you spending money. I'm going to be able to get all of this done, but it's probably going to hit at least an hour. So sorry, but I feel like there's a lot of information here that y'all definitely need to hear. With personal specials, like I said, you don't need to be doing anything that costs you money. And really, you don't even need to do personal specials. Y'all, I used to do a lot of personal specials, and I overdid them. And your customers will get so used to you always doing personal specials that they don't want to pay full price for anything. Your personal specials need to consist of Scentsy Club, because they get an automatic discount and half offs when they spend $30 and $60. So Scentsy Club hosting a party with you, because they get free and half off that way. You're giving them free and half off product. You don't need to give them an extra anything with their party. If you don't have it, or if you don't have the money to get it, you don't have to. But if you want to give them a little extra gift with their host rewards, use the perpetual party reward and give them a scent circle, and you paid $1.50 for it, and it direct ships to them with their host rewards. Or give them that perpetual party reward as an extra 50% off credit that they can use, and then nothing comes out of your pocket. When you're doing booking games at your parties, booking games are very, very, very important. What I have always done is the mini warmer game. I will do a free mini warmer for them. Not free, sorry. I will do a mini warmer for them in addition to their host rewards when they host a qualifying party. It must be at least 200. You don't give booking prizes for people who don't host a qualifying party. I offer them, so I will do a game where they pick a number 1 through 5 or 1 through 10. They don't know what they're getting. They pick the number. They just know that they're going to have to book a party of their own to get this prize. So when they pick their number, say they pick 5, I will say, hey, you got a $5 mini warmer of your choice, $20 value, in addition to your host rewards when you book a party with me, or when you book a qualifying party with me. When we close your party, I will let you pick out whatever mini warmer you want. You pay $5 for it. So that is going to put you, the consultant, paying $5 for it also, because what you're going to do is you're going to use your perpetual party reward for that mini warmer. So that makes it $10. Then they're going to pay $5. You're going to pay $5. If you are a certified consultant and you're not hitting 2,000 PRV that month, you're going to make, hold on. You're going to make $50 off of that party. So you spent $5. So you still made a $45 profit off of a party that took you, 30 minutes to do a Facebook Live, and then the time it took you to set it up and everything. Plus you got lots of new customers. So just be smart with what you're spending. Do not do personal specials that cost you money out of pocket. If you do a personal special, let me go back to personal specials. That's what I was supposed to be talking about. Personal specials do not need to be overdone if you're going to do them. You can do, if you're doing like a 10-bar special, that doesn't involve you spending money out of your pocket. If you're having to ship things like to you as a party order and then ship it out, if you're doing a personal special, your customers need to be paying that shipping. You don't cover that shipping. They pay that shipping. So, don't overdo personal specials. We have new product every single week, pretty much. Do y'all understand how blessed we are as a company to have new product every single week, at least every single month, and then we have 2 different catalogs. and we have a partnership with Disney and Marvel and Warner Brothers and Star Wars. And what company has all of that? Only Scentsy. So we have new products constantly. We have a whiff box every single month. We have discounts offered every single month if they get in Scentsy Club, and it's free to be in Scentsy Club. We have host rewards. Like, you don't have to do personal specials. If you want to do a personal special, do like a mystery host party where you give your host rewards from that party to someone. You don't have to do a bunch of personal specials. Like I said, I used to do them years ago because we only had the scent of the month and warmer of the month as LTOs, and then we had like a summer collection or a Father's Day or Mother's Day bundle. Like, we didn't have all these LTOs all the time. So if you're doing your job as a consultant, you can sell some Scentsy. Like, if you're partying 8 parties a month and you're having 30 conversations a month at least for people to join, and you're marketing things and you're using social media, there's no reason why you can't hit 2,000 PRV every month. No reason. So covered all that. Covered that already. If you're a leader, if you have anyone under you, if you have one team member under you, you're a leader. So recognizing your team does not have to cost money. It does not have to be a mail out. It does not have to be, I'm sending them a freaking water bottle. Like, it doesn't have to be a prize. It doesn't have to be mail. It can be a free email. You don't have to pay for things, y'all. Stop thinking you have to pay for everything. Stop looking at the way other people are working their business, or especially people who are in the middle or the end of their journey and you're at the beginning of your journey. You can't compare that. That's not apples to apples. So you need to say what works for me in my business, what makes sense, and what is important. And like I said, the important things don't even cost money other than samples or like getting your testers under people's noses, relationships and customer follow-up, and partying and talking to people about how this business can bless their life, and getting Scentsy Club subscribers does not cost you money. So those are the things that matter. Stay focused on those things and stop, for the love, stop trying to do all the extra things that don't matter. Stop. If you see me doing something that is, if I made a flyer, or I made a join info flyer, or I made a cute little thank you card, or I made a cute catalog label, or I made a fancy looking sample. Like, first of all, I have ways that I make my sample labels that takes me no time, and I've shared that also. That's on my YouTube channel too. Y'all, I have an assistant that I pay $10 an hour. She does a lot for me. It's the things that I don't have time to do because I'm a leader and I have team calls to plan, and leadership calls to plan, and director calls to plan, and events to plan, and all this extra stuff in my business. I have an assistant to do those things for me. So you can't compare what I'm doing to what you're doing, and you also can't compare what I'm spending on things to send to my customers and the amount of postage I'm spending. Like, where I'm at in my business, I run a 6-figure business. So for me, I need to spend some money on some supplies and things for tax write-offs, and it makes sense, and you can get to that point, but you've got to be smart about what you're spending until you get to that point so that you can do those things. We all start somewhere, and you have to just be okay and content with starting somewhere and doing what works to where you can get to, reward yourself with being able to do the more cool things that you wish you could do right now. Okay, so I went to that. Let's see here. Social media. Use social media, please. It's free. It's free. It's free. I got 350 followers in the last few months on Instagram because I was using Reels every day consistently. It's free. Hashtags and making Reels and posting in your stories and showing people who you are as a person, and then also showing them the products that you love. Do not post flyers. Do not post flyers. Don't post flyers. Post what you're using and why you love it. People are buying the experience. They're not going to look at a flyer. They don't care. They are buying the experience and the problem that you are solving, or not the problem that you're solving. They are buying the solution that you're giving them to their problems. So when you're sharing, you spraying your Scentsy Fresh on your bed every morning and saying how great it smells when you go to bed at night, when you pull the covers back and it smells so good, or your pets sleep on your bed, so you're spraying your bed with Scentsy Fresh so that it doesn't smell like dog when you get into it at night, or you're using your counter clean to clean your toddler's crusty food off the wall that they threw all over the wall, or your dog pooped on your bed, so you're washing the sheets in Scentsy laundry. Like, those are the things people relate to, and that's what they want to see. They don't care about a flyer. They don't care about a flyer. Especially nowadays. They do not care. So in your stories, you need to be posting videos of what you're doing. Watch my stories. Watch Brittany Bartow's stories. Watch Bonnie Legnan's stories. Dixie Denson's stories. Great people to follow. People outside of our team, there's Chloe Cox. There's I can't think of people right now, but follow us for ideas. Share who you are as a person. Let people know what you love outside of just Scentsy, because they're buying from you as a person. They can buy Scentsy from anyone. So you got to give them a reason to connect with you, and then give them a reason to connect with the product that you're using. Show them that experience. I don't know where that came from. Dog pooped on the bed. My dogs don't even poop on my bed, so I don't know where that came from. For me, it's actually my kid peed in my bed, so always washing sheets. Let's see. Use Scentsy Club to your advantage for a whiff box. So, as you know, you can't get a discount, or you can't use host rewards for a whiff box, but you can use product credit for a whiff box, and you can get a whiff box for 10% off with your Scentsy Club. If you will do that, at least get a whiff box and like one bar so that people can see the Always Get My Bar perk. Do that, and then that gives you a whole, okay, so first of all, it gives you a box of multiple things to market. People love whiff boxes. It shows them the value of it. It shows them what all they get in it, and then you can tell them, hey, sign up for Scentsy Club and get it for 10% off. Plus you're marketing Scentsy Club all in one, and you're marketing Always Get My Bar with showing them your bar that you're getting every month that is discontinued, but you love it, so you're still getting it. So Scentsy Club is important. It's important to have your own subscription, if at all possible. I don't care if you get one bar a month, like something, so that you can show your customers, here's my Scentsy Club, here's the perks. It's just like using product. If you're trying to sell them a product you don't use, why would they want to buy it? Same thing. If you're telling them about Scentsy Club but you don't even do it yourself, it's going to be a lot harder to get interest. So versus if you're going live and unboxing your Scentsy Club every month, then that's a good way to market it. Yes, girl! Tristine said she sold 2 whiff boxes. Oh, y'all, the struggle with all the bodily fluids is real. Okay. I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to scroll through here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Michelle, I love you. She said, I'm going to say it again. Quit trying to do all the things. Seriously, keep your business simple. If your business isn't simple, first of all, you're going to not like it. You're going to despise your business when it's not simple, because it's going to be so overwhelming. It's going to stress you out. It's not fun. I have been there where I was trying to do too much and I didn't have systems, and it was just like I was a chicken with my head cut off, and I wanted to quit because it stressed me out. It did not bring me joy. When you keep your business simple, it's going to bring you joy the way it should. And it's not going to feel like a job. You're going to love it. You're going to love sitting down to work every day. You're not going to be dreading going to work. You're not going to wake up saying, oh, I don't want to work Scentsy today. Like, keep it simple. Keep it where you're not overwhelmed. Do the things that bring you joy. And it will continue to bring you joy. Shout outs. Yes, Cindy, thank you. Team, that goes back to team recognition. Not only emails, shout them out on your Facebook group page. Shout them out on your personal page and tag them so that their customers see it. Share it in your stories. Whatever you want to do. It's free. Okay, it's not going to show me any comments any farther up, so hopefully there wasn't anything I missed. The leftover host credit. Okay, hold on. So Tiffany asked, have I done a video on pirate ship? I did a video on pirate ship versus stamps.com. It's on my YouTube channel. So it compares the two. But I haven't done like a tutorial on it. It's really self-explanatory because like when you go on pirate ship, it will tell you when you select the type of package you're sending, it will tell you all of the requirements. It'll tell you the dimensions of it. It can't be more than 1/4 inch thick. It can't weigh more than so-and-so. Like it tells you all that stuff. So it's really self-explanatory, but if you just YouTube how to use pirate ship, you will probably find a ton of stuff. Yes, Michelle, if your business is a burden for you, why would anyone want to join you as a customer, host, or teamie? That's why you keep your business simple. You keep it replicatable where people want to do what you do. So, leftover host credit, you just need a penny of it left. So, if you're using your host credit, just make sure you use all of it except for $1 or whatever. And then you can apply that $1 in host credit to that $59 starter kit. And so your new team member would pay $58. Y'all have any more questions? You're welcome, Yvonne. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it was everything y'all thought it would be. I feel like I covered, you're welcome, Gina. I feel like I've covered pretty much everything, like all aspects of our business. Organization is one thing I didn't talk about. Go to the Dollar Tree and get you some organizing bins. You don't need all the organization fancy things that cost a bunch of money until it makes sense for you to spend that money. But I think, remember, every business expense is a tax write-off. That's a whole nother thing. I have a training on that on my YouTube channel, but it's very old. So most of it is still correct and fine, but it is very old. Y'all are very welcome. Well, I will see y'all soon. I'm going to hop off here, get this uploaded to YouTube, and what else do I have to do? Send out all this mail, and then I have an appointment. So I will talk to y'all soon. I love y'all, and comment below this video and let me know what your takeaways were. Bye.